Good morning, parents. Thank you so much for allowing me this short time to come talk to you all. My name is Michael Garcia. I am Sweetwater's librarian. For those of you that don't know who I am, again, thank you so much for giving me this chance to talk to you all for a little bit about your students, your children, and something that can definitely benefit them and help them with their future, with their learning, and just with all around connections. So I am here today, ladies and gentlemen, to talk to you about 3D printing and why the library needs a 3D printer for our students. So first off, what is 3D printing and what are maker spaces? I'm glad you asked. So 3D printing is the action or process of making a physical object from a three-dimensional digital model, typically by laying down a lot of layers, thin layers of a material in succession. So it builds. Um, 3D printing is a creative outlet for your students, for your children, and it will allow them to express themselves. They can be innovative and it can help them for the future. Now, maker spaces, this is basically what we would have in the library. We would have designated spaces for the students to come in and work on 3D printing. They can make lots of things. Their imagination is endless and limitless, and that's what we want to encourage. When the students have a chance to express that creativity, to create, to be innovative, then they can soar, and that can help them trickle down effect with their learning. They can build models if they're like, for example, say they're in a chemistry class. They can build models of atoms and molecules, things like this to make that connection to what they're learning about. So makerspaces do provide that hands-on creative ways to encourage students to design, experiment, build, invent as they deeply engage in things like science, engineering, and quite frankly, tinkering around. A makerspace is not solely a science lab or a wood shop or a computer lab or an art room, but it may have elements from all of these different things. And that's taken from edutopia.org. These makerspaces can be very beneficial for your students, and we want to supply that for those students. With the help of you amazing PTA members, I know that the library will have a 3D printer because you guys make miracles happen. So here at Sweetwater High School, we all want the best for our students. We really do. And we have a vision and a mission statement that says so. So Sue High really does equal preparing students for an innovative, culturally diverse society. And how are we going to do that? We're going to help them develop intellectually, socially, and emotionally. Let's call it what it is, everyone. Technology is an ever-evolving area, and the Sue High Library will be at the forefront of that and helping your students. Technology is a major part of your children's lives. And something as simple, I'm sure we are all familiar with those magical cell phones that sometimes we can't get the students' faces out of. Well, that is a technology that we can build from, and we can help to explore and create things past that screen, maybe getting them to work with one another, communicate with one another. I've heard students talking about how they are interested in engineering. What a great chance to start that ball rolling and get that creativity going. So 3D printing and maker spaces. 3D printing can help students express that creativity and their ability to be innovative, to create things, to think of the future, things that can maybe help them go into business, start selling things. The possibilities are endless. 3D printing is also used for medicine. Robotics and 3D printing often go hand in hand, creating parts for the robotics. And I know that that is something that a lot of students are really interested in. It's also an outlet for some students that really might not feel like they fit in. And, we all know that people are just diverse and we're all different. We have different likes. Not all of us are athletic. Not all of us are able to stand in front of an audience in a play and act. Some of us thrive in different ways, and 3D printing is definitely a sect where students can thrive. They can find their tribe and work with each other for that. Like I said earlier, it can help students create educational items or artifacts, like I said, the molecules, and it can help in their learning. It's hands-on. There is a type of learning where if you are making something tangible, touching things, it helps you learn even deeper. And 3D printing is something that will be beneficial for the students, and that's what we want. So let's talk logistics. This is the part that it's a little difficult, but when you think of the benefits, when you think of what this can do for our students, for the library, and for their futures. So according to a website Fusion 3 Design, the type of 3D printer we're looking at would be considered from that website a hobbyist. And so that can run anywhere between $400, don't mean to scare you, $400 and $1,500. I think that if we can find someone in the 900, somewhat, excuse me, if we can find a machine within the $900 to $1,000 range, that would be perfect. Supplies, we're looking at anywhere from $500 to $1,000, and that would include that thin plastic that builds on each other, and that's how they create some of their items. And so I'm asking the PTA and your amazing fundraising and generosity to come up with $4,000 for this project. It's super beneficial. And I just know that it would help students, and that's what we're here for. My last point right there, a student's experience and innovation is priceless, and it absolutely is. Thank you so much for letting me come and speak to you all. Let me just say that I really appreciate each and every one of you for being here today. I appreciate you trusting your students to come and learn and thrive here at Sweetwater High School. And just know that the library is a place where they can do that even more. All right. Thank you so much. Have a great rest of your day.